You're the only one who can truly, truly declare your own value. And this is so, so important in business because you feeling your own value on a soulful, energetic level, number one, but also in interactions with others. You feeling your own value in yourself and then sharing that in your interactions with others. It's so important. And it does help you thrive in business when you master the art of knowing your own value. I love this Maya Angelou quote: success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. And let me just tell you, no one else is going to take that responsibility of bringing you good self esteem. You can look to the outside world to fill you up, but then you're always going to be crawling to others, needing them to fill you up. So, why don't you learn how today to declare your own value, create your own self esteem? And then you're like a self fulfilling prophecy, right? So, how do you affirm your own values to others when you're shaking inside? So, that is where we're diving in today. So, I'm going to share some key inner tools, inner like inside, that you can use to feel your own value, number one, and then communicate that value to others. And that's going to bring you so many dynamic business opportunities that you're meant to participate in. So, first thing I wanted to share with you is when you were growing up, your brain was like a sponge. And so, everything that was being fueled into you, your brain just soaked it up. It soaked up everything it was given. And it didn't have the ability at that time to edit out things that weren't good for you. It just soaked it all up. So if you were lucky, you had parents affirming you and showing you how to see the good in yourself, to affirm yourself, right? However, most people were not taught these things. Um, some were even taught in the negative, right? How to pay attention to the negative inside themselves. So you can just think for a moment, was I actually taught positive things about myself? And was I taught how to look for the positive in myself? How to see the positive in myself? How to know that that positive was in me? Um, when clients land in my coaching chair feeling uneasy about how to ask for high payment for their work, many times they feel uncomfortable because they don't feel that valuable inside. So there's this discrepancy between what they're asking for and what they feel about themselves. There's this separation. And they want to be in truth, they want to be authentic, and yet it doesn't feel authentic. So if you're wanting to ask for prices up here, you have to bring your self value up to that level. And that is absolutely your job and your responsibility. So, yeah, if you want to climb the ladder to greater and greater success, that means climbing the ladder to greater and greater self esteem and learning how to value yourself. So, I'm going to share a few key inner tools that you can begin using immediately. The first tool is to always be on the outlook for what is right with you. And just imagine that someone has discovered you and your body of work, or discovered you and your career, however you want to word it. And they're like, oh my gosh, you are so amazing. And just imagine them taking the time to go through everything you do in your life and your business in particular with a loving magnifying glass. So just see that person looking at everything you do in your business in particular with this magnifying glass, this loving magnifying glass, right? And so this loving magnifying glass is just magnifying and crystallizing everything good and amazing and creative that you're doing in your business. What do they see? What do they notice? This is what you actually need to do for yourself. No, like seriously, you have to learn how to do this for yourself. So take 30 minutes out of your life and pretend that you are the person looking through the magnifying glass and write down what you see. Write down everything you see that makes you utterly amazing, in particular, how you're showing up in business. So, this includes anything and everything from your message to your client care to your creativity to your kindness, thoroughness, professionalism, courage. And of course, your superpowers. You have to know what your superpowers are in your business and memorize those things, and then key inner tool number 2 is affirm yourself. So now we're going to make a habit. We're going to take those things that you wrote down and we're going to continue to read them, and we're going to continue on a daily basis to write down new things you notice good about yourself, because guess what, your brain will forget, right? All it takes is one hater or one person not valuing you, right? On some level, it could be someone in your business not valuing you, or it could be someone in your personal life. And that just opens a little gate where that negative self-talk can go rampant. So we're fighting back. And so when you build this into a routine and into a practice, a self-esteem confidence practice, then you are stronger, you are ready, you can handle someone disagreeing with how amazing you know you are. And so begin doing this inner reflection on a daily basis. Always be on the outlook for the for the good in yourself. Excuse me. Always be on the outlook for the good in yourself from here on out. Write it down, read it, say positive words to yourself, wink at yourself in the mirror. I'm not kidding. And you may be like, oh my God, that's so conceited. That's so pompous. And it's like, well, you're doing your job. You're doing your job of seeing yourself realistically. And when someone gives you a compliment on your inner attributes in particular, so say thank you. And then on the inside, just confirm it's true. You could say it's true out loud if you wanted to, but you may worry that that is going to be taken the wrong way. So you could just say it on the inside. You could say thank you out loud, and then on the inside, just affirm. No, it's true. And just, oh, well, I like this actually. I love this Brene Brown quote. Talk to yourself like you would to someone you love. So just like constantly talking to yourself in a way that's respectful to you, that's loving towards yourself, and make that a habit. Key inner tool number 3, memorize your success stories. This is particularly related to business. But you could also, you don't have to share your business stories just in the business realm. You can also share them with your friends and your kids and your family members. Like, it's really getting in the habit of knowing that it's okay and it's appropriate and it's powerful for people to own themselves, right? And you want to model this for the people in your life too. So it can sound really bold and it can feel like you're boasting, but you need to shift that narrative, right? Shift the narrative that boasting is bad and that bragging is wrong. You're not boastful in a negative way. You're sharing a story. You're sharing your life. You're sharing your clients' journeys with the world to help others, and you're sharing your own journey to inspire others, but also, most importantly, to keep yourself buoyed up, to keep yourself in the positive. So you can just memorize those key aspects of your success stories in business and then share them all the time, except not in that salesy way that we've seen so many coaches do, so many professionals do, where it's just a ploy to get you to pay them, where it's like perfectly seated at just the right time. And you just know it's like part of their formula. Just it when you get into the habit of like thinking about your stories and talking about them all the time, they really just become part of conversation. They really become pieces of information that can add to conversations, that can add to our society, that can add to our culture. And you don't have to be that gross person who's like following that formula to get you to pay them. I know I certainly have tried to follow formulas in the past and even have paid thousands of dollars to learn those formulas from other coaches. And I've really, in the last few years, been erasing all of those and just kind of throwing out those little scribed formulas and tuning into what is authentic to me, right? But here's a great way if you're really hesitant to think, say, and share positive things about yourself. Think of it like this. If you were taught in any way growing up to diminish yourself, either someone was giving you that message consciously and verbally and um, in a direct way, or even if someone was showing you that you were not valuable by not taking care of you or by not getting you the things you needed, not listening to you, hurting you, abusing you, right? Any of those things, then what you can think of is like if you were taught in any way to diminish yourself, then sharing about your life and your journey and your clients is simply bringing things up to neutral. So, like, if you were taught things that brought you down below neutral, then you're just bringing yourself up to neutral, right? So now we're not in the negative anymore, we're up to neutral. And you've been in the negative for enough years. So any sharing that you do is only bringing you up to that level that you need to be able to jump up to your next level. So I think it's funny when people say, "Oh, she was an overnight success." Usually in my mind, I'm thinking, they probably had to work their asses off to get to that. They probably had to jump from lily pad to lily pad to lily pad. It's just a matter of climbing up. And so this is how you begin climbing the stairs for greater self value, which in turn brings more and more dynamic opportunities with people who will love you and respect you right out of the gate. So I'm Heidi Carter, Money Mindset Coach and Guide. That's what I have for you today. And I look forward to hearing how this resonates with you.